Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your June reading. I'm actually pretty excited to read Taurus this month, and just in general. When I uploaded the voting on my Instagram, I had a lot of people who were Tauruses, and I was just like, what? I didn't expect so many Tauruses to be, first of all, interested in receiving a reading, and then being Tauruses to begin with, especially the people that voted. I have Tauruses in my life. Two of my sisters are Tauruses, and I have a couple of other people that I talk to that are Tauruses as well. I know in Capricorn's reading I said I don't talk to earth signs every day, but I think I don't talk to Capricorns every day. Earth signs, I realize I do, like my sisters, I talk to Tauruses. Anyway, I'm really excited for this reading because I was taking a few notes about where the planets are, where they're placed in your charts for this month in early July, and it seems like Cancer is really taking us all in our feels. Some of us more difficult than others. But I think I have this light right here, and it's automatic, and I'm trying to keep it on because my lighting is horrible without it. So sorry if I keep turning it on when it turns off. But yeah, it seems like you guys are not one of the signs that are going through a really hard time with Cancer season. Not to say that none of you are. I'm sure some of you might be. You know what? Let me figure this out because this is really pissing me off. Give me 1 second. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? Stay on. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, it seems like you guys are just in general, you guys are going through a lot of possibilities and opportunities that can really enhance your life physically in this physical world, whether it's work, whether it's financial. I'm just gonna take it away. You know what? This lighting will have to do. But yeah, there's, for example, earlier this month on June 3rd, there was a new moon in Gemini for everyone, but it was paired with Jupiter. So apart from communication being heightened, because Gemini is an air sign and they're all about communication, it seems like money was really important, and it was available, and it is available, and it continues being available for Tauruses, and it's pretty exciting stuff because Uranus is someone who is very active, and it can bring unexpected funds, and Uranus is really there at the end of this month, now towards the end of this month. So you're going to be receiving unexpected funds through work, like a bonus, or just scholarships if you're going to school, or just things like that. But Neptune is at a hard angle with the moon, so Neptune is a little tricky. Neptune can really fog what's real and what's your imagination. So with all of this money or opportunities, not only money but opportunities in general, really try to ask a lot of questions. Really try to take the time with this Gemini season to ask a lot of questions and gather as much data and facts as you can about what's important to you, so you know for sure what you have. Let's see. Oh, I put Marc Anthony on because one of my sisters likes Marc Anthony, and I was like, what should I play for Tauruses? And I was like, Marc Anthony is like a good... Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear that, and I'm just dancing to nothing, but I can hear it. And I'm gonna put down a couple of Marc Anthony songs on the bottom because I've been assigning each zodiac a song for the month, and I have 2 songs from Marc Anthony that are gonna be perfect for you guys. that really help you guys see your future in a positive, clear way, and your emotions in a positive, clear way. But let's see, before we get into the cards, because I know you guys want me to read cards, and it's been 5 minutes already. Jesus, I can talk so much. Okay, let's get started, because I've been telling myself I don't want to take forever on these readings, and I love to talk. So this reading is for Taurus, June 2019, for all my earth signs. Taurus. So, I think family's been really important to you guys this month. Family, like, not necessarily just your blood family, but just the concept of family and the concept of what you play in like the character you play in that concept of family. Whether it's a loved one that's making you feel this way, a relative, a friend, or someone that you're talking to that's making you feel like what is family to me? What do I play with family? Apart from career, apart from what I do with my life, and when I say my life, I mean you. I do that. Just ignore that. When I say me, I mean you. But like, what do I bring to the table when it comes to family? 6 of Wands. So what you bring to the table, it seems like you bring success, passionate success, not just success like literally with work or anything, but no, you bring your Tauruses are very nurturing, they're very nurturing, and they're the ideal partner to have at home, because you guys, whether man or woman, you guys are wifey, you guys are hubby, naturally. And I think that's what you guys bring to your love life, bring to your family aspect. You guys bring this sense of, Wands is all about passion. This is a fire sign card. I don't know if you guys are dealing with a fire sign, whether it's a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but overall there seems to be like you are the breadwinner passionately. Yeah, maybe your hubby or your wife makes more money than you. This is just an example. But you overall, you bring the emotional bread. You know what I mean? The passionate bread, not even emotional, just the passion. Do you know what passion is? Passion is different than emotion. Emotion are just emotions, right? And then you have your thoughts. And then you have your physical part of it all, like your actions from your emotions, actions from your mental. But passion is what drives all of it. It's what lights all of it. It's like your soul, And I feel like you bring soul. You bring soul to what you love, Page of Swords. Either you are dealing with an air sign, or it's just the simple fact that we're in Gemini season. Air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, and I can't think of the other one right now because my mind's going blank. But there seems to be a strong sense of I have something to say. I have something to say. Either someone already told you something that's really, it shook you. Not in a bad way, necessarily. But then it doesn't mean it has to be in a good way either. But someone said something. Something was said that was Queen of Pentacles, which is another earth sign. There's just so much going on here. I feel like, okay, so you are bringing the passion to, I don't know why I'm feeling like this is towards a specific someone. Like I'm reading this and I can't help but feel like I'm reading this for you towards your love, like partner, or your significant other, someone that you're talking to and you're really kind of like either, even when you're married, you can still feel like there's so much to work with, But even when you're single too and you're just talking to this person, it can just be as passionately as someone married. So it seems like with this person, you bring a lot of soul, you bring a lot of, fire. You bring that passion, that sexiness, that richness of being a Taurus, and it was reciprocated in a way that is not what you expected, is what I'm feeling, or is not what you imagined. Same thing, it's not what you expected. But ultimately, whether it was good or bad, it makes you feel on point. Now, that's really hard to understand when you're in a difficult situation. When you're in a difficult situation and something bad happens to you, how can you feel on point after that? When you're on your specific growth journey, and when you, being a Taurus, you know who you are, you know what ticks you off, you're a bull, you know what ticks you off, and you know what keeps you cool, I think something was said that made your self-awareness heightened, made you understand how much your worth is, because you are the Queen of Pentacles. It's funny because everyone's been getting kings and queens of something, but you got Queen of Pentacles, which is a Taurus card. This is you. I'm feeling a sense of like anxiety, like this is, but what if, or like, but what does that mean? Like, okay, yeah, you're right, but what about the future? What can we make it official, or is something gonna happen? Like, like, I feel like some of you are waiting for that sense of confirmation of that loved one. Because things are being said, and you're bringing your passion. You're being reciprocated in words that are making you feel like, heck yeah, that's right. You're right. I do look good today. You're right. I am very loving. You're right. I do have my shit together. But how come I feel like there's still more that I need? Still more confirmation. I need to feel like this is real. And it's kind of like with what I was talking about, Neptune. I think this is what Neptune is really channeling with you guys. Your love life. Because career and money seems good. Ooh, there was a lot that came out. Okay, first of all, this card right here has been coming out everywhere. It's a water sign card, and I think it's because Cancer season's upon us. But this card is based on, I would recommend you to go see the Cancer reading to really understand what this means. Also in Capricorn, this came out, and I was also explaining what this card meant for Capricorns. And Capricorns, is your sister sign, because Capricorns are earth signs too. So maybe go see Capricorns as well. But this card is all about emotional projections. Let's say you see someone at school. Go back to school if you're not in school. Mentally go back to school and imagine yourself seeing someone, not talking to them, not even knowing what their voice sounds like, but just seeing them. you have this emotional projection of them. You have this idea of them. Not that you're judging them in a bad way, but you kind of judge them like subconsciously. Oh, I think this person is this way. But then when you meet them, you're like, oh, either you're exactly what I thought you were, or you're not what I thought you were. And you kind of sense this like feeling of, oh, it's so cool to meet other people and really understand where they are, because sometimes our emotions can be totally off, right? Ask questions. Really find out. This person right here has a cup for each emotion. Each emotion has an image, because emotions aren't images. Emotions are just emotions. Emotions create images. And I think right now what you have to do for this month, especially before July hits, because Mars moves into Leo, and that's like a whole nother ball game for you guys. But before all that happens, really take time to ask questions. Ask this person, whether it's, like I said, an Aquarius, Gemini, or I can't think of Libra. Any questions like that make you feel like more grounded. You guys are earth people. You guys need to feel grounded. And sometimes, especially with Cancer season upon us, Cancer is going to kick all of our butts. It's just going to happen. When I say that, it's really going to pull us in our feels to the point where we're going to kind of be overwhelmed with our emotions and forget what's real and what isn't. And I think that's why we have to use this Gemini season to really ask as many questions as we can, okay? Because we also got the World card. Sorry, you just got a lot of cards, and I think this is going to be it for the rest of the reading. You got the World card, and I think there's a sense of feeling like, sorry, my ears are ringing, feeling of like you see everything in your life. You have this really expanded perspective than most, and I think that's beautiful. Being able to see where you want your career to go, where you want your relationship with your blood family, where you see yourself with all of your friends. You just know who you are when it comes up to all of that. But when it comes up to love or something important to you, whether it be something that you're just really passionate about, I keep saying it's love, because part of me feels like the majority of you are like that. But for those that are already taken, that's great. But there's something that you are passionate about, that you know you are good at, that you know you bring soul to, that you light up. Something, whether it's a person, place, or thing, you light up with it. And there's been a lot said in return that has made you feel okay, confirmation, thanks, but there's a sense of mystery with the emotional part of it. Okay, I'm being told and I'm seeing it, but the emotional aspect, it's like, how come the emotions are a little overwhelming or not so clear? And I think it's because you need to ask questions, because ultimately your world needs to be all flowing together. And if there's that sense of like if there's that little glitch, you're gonna feel it's gonna throw you off altogether, or it's not gonna throw you off, but it's gonna linger to the point that when it shows up, that glitch really catches up to you, you're going to be like, why didn't I ask questions? Because now I see that, because this came out reversed. Every time something comes out reversed, I always put it upright and try to speak positively on it. But when the world comes out reversed, it means there's a lack of seeing your world clearly, seeing it all flow the way it should flow when it's upright. Okay. We also got the Emperor reversed, which also came out in Sagittarius reading, and it's the Emperor upright is someone very powerful. Look at it. The Emperor is someone who's very on point with who he is. He takes no shit. People respect the hell out of him, and he's a little intimidating. I can see how Tauruses can be this way, but it came out reversed. So I think this reading is funny. It started off really good, but it's kind of going into the feels now. It's like, okay, let's really talk about how good this is. You know what I mean? It's good, sure. You feel passion, sure. You're being told what you want to hear, and it's making you feel like, yes. But these right here, and I'm gonna put them how they came out. These right here, first it was this one, then it was the world. It's making you feel like, okay, something's off, or I'm overwhelmed. What's real? What should I believe in? Or in some cases, gosh, I'm feeling so much. I'm just seeing so much. Be careful with that. Our emotions can really create these images, especially with Neptune, and make us forget what's real. So, ask questions. That's how you can fix it. Ask questions. Be honest. Really go out there and get the data and the facts you need to keep yourself sane. Especially with what's making this come out of you. Passion, family, celebration, success. Look at this person. This person's like being praised. Who or what is channeling that? Whatever that is, dig deeper. Okay? Because it's making you feel like you don't know exactly what your world is, because you have like this your world here around you, but then you have this sense of this other world that's going on, and it's making you feel like, what's real? And like I said, ask questions, because it's making you feel inadequate, which is the opposite of the Emperor, which is the opposite of you. Subconsciously or consciously, it's making you feel inadequate, making you feel like am I missing something? Am I not that you're dumb, but it makes you feel like, am I dumb? Am I slow with something? What's going on? Like, how come everything's happening so good, but I'm just not getting it. I'm not getting it. And Page of Wands came out reversed. I'm getting that this reading's a little bit longer than usual, but I feel like it has to be, because Tauruses have been going through a lot, And Page of Wands reversed gives me the impression that whatever is happening with that passion, whether like we said, whether it's a person or a thing, it's not making you feel, but there's a lack of that silver lining. This person, this energy Page of Wands is about bringing that silver lining of purpose. And there's a lack of that. And these two cards came after that. Queen of Swords and Judgment. Queen of Swords is a air sign. Like I said, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. We're in Gemini season. So you need to take advantage of being in Gemini season and ask and say, not even ask, say, demand what is needed. The Queen of Wands isn't going to be like, well, I'll just go with my gut feeling. I don't really need to say much. Or, I don't need to ask questions. Like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be annoying. It's like, Queen of Wands understands that all of that unnecessary, like, feeling annoying or feeling like you just need to trust her. She doesn't believe in that. She believes in words and in communication. That's it. This queen is like, come forward. We need to have a talk. We need to talk about what I need to get cleared up right now. Because being the queen is about, yeah, it's not about being a bitch, you know, it's about being clear with what you want, being respectable and elegant at the same time, because you are a queen. And this goes for my men too, you know, you gotta channel that feminine energy within you and not get so like quick to anger like a Taurus, or like when a Taurus sees red, when a bull sees red, or just think you know it all and think you can see it all. Like, you really have to channel that feminine way of approaching things in a stern way. Like, hey, we need to talk. And it's not bad. Let's just sit down and talk. I have questions, you know. Let's communicate. Where is this going? Because I feel good. This is making me feel good, but there's something, I just have questions. I just want to talk, you know? And if you really feel like you can't talk about it, just write. Sit down and really write down your emotions. Sit down and talk like if you were talking to that thing or that person, whether that thing be a job. Write down how you're feeling about this job, or how you want to feel towards this job, you know, and then you'll feel better. And not only will you feel better, but you'll be surprised with what comes out of your heart and your mind. Judgment is the last card. You see this angel? It's coming out with the trumpets, and everyone's like, ah. After everything that has been happening and what's going to happen, ultimately, you have good judgment. You're not in the wrong for doing things for your own benefit. Don't feel like you can't ask questions, or you shouldn't, because it's like, no. Deep down inside, we all yearn to feel confident with who we are in our lives, you know. Yeah, some of us, a lot of us have fell asleep to the idea of like, you know what, let me just go with the flow, let me be a sheep. But you're not a sheep. And that is good judgment, knowing that you're not a sheep. So follow your gut with wanting to know more, with wanting to get involved, with bringing balance to it all. Because not only will you bring balance to yourself, but you'll bring balance to everything else once you stand your ground and ask for what is needed, you know. I do want to thank you guys for being so patient, not only with me, but with life. You guys are really patient as Tauruses, And I think even when things are going really, really tough, you guys really keep your cool, and I give you props for that. But there's no need to be so patient, especially when it comes up to something that's channeling so much passion out of you. Okay? This reading is so long. I can talk. One quick life purpose reading. Life purposes, we have many of them. We've had life purposes for many years, but we can have purposes, new ones. And this deck is about life purposes and career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So maybe it's with work with most of you guys, you know? Or maybe it's with school. But either way, either a career change is needed or there is a career change already happening that's making you feel like, okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, listening. Hopefully everything made sense the way I felt it to make sense. Comment. Please comment for more videos. Like, subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'll put 2 Marc Anthony songs below, along with the link to get your free natal chart to really figure out what your moon sign is, or your ascending, or your rising, or your Venus. If you don't know what any of that means, comment down below, and I'm more than willing to just reply back to help you out. Yeah. Anyway, have a beautiful Cancer season.